We're here down at Millwall Rugby Club today with an absolute rugby legend, Jason Robinson. Pleasure to meet you. We're going to do a little bit of a School of Hard Knocks meets now, and just chat a little bit about how rugby has helped you out in your life, Jason, and you know how you feel you've got to this position now. Obviously, you've been here today with the O2 Think Big, Touch 24 project. Tell me a little bit about that.
Yeah, for me, it's just great to be involved and partnered with O2 on the Think Big programme. Obviously, we've been doing some training, which is part of the O2 Touch Tour, and just working with young people who are in unemployment, probably similar backgrounds to where I started off. So it's so important for me. I've scaled the heights of 2 codes of rugby, but it's so important to get alongside these young people, to encourage them. We want to get them into a better place. Rugby caters for everybody. It doesn't matter background, shape or size. There's a position for you, and just there's so many things you can learn from rugby. Just discipline, working together as a team, and sometimes just feeling part of something. When you grow up in a tough environment, sometimes it's kind of a dog-eat-dog situation, but you can get involved with rugby even if I've no background in rugby prior to getting into it. I don't have a great granddad that was the captain of this team and that team. I just went along, played it, and obviously excelled further down the line.
A lot of the guys who actually come on the School of Hard Knocks projects, obviously, a lot of them have been in gangs and so on, and we've actually found there's almost that metaphor for rugby as a gang. It's the rugby family. It's actually a perfect alternative to being in that sort of environment, really, isn't it?
Yeah, like you say, people do it because they want to feel a sense of belonging, and rugby is certainly that. And for me, it's taken me to a different level that I was used to. It's taken me out of an environment where I felt comfortable, and it's tested me a bit, but it's done it for the better through the values that rugby has. Working together, discipline, leadership, just hard work. It's led me on to other things. Little did I know, leaving school, I was going to do so many things and work with so many big companies over the years, and probably more importantly, go back into the environments that I came from and say, look, if I can do it. We had nothing. I had the cheapest trainers. We'd lived in council estates. My mum was a cleaner, never knew my father. Surrounded by drink, drugs, violence, but through sport, through being given an opportunity, and through just knuckling down a bit, you can do something.
And I guess that's one of the reasons you're back here today. I know giving back and reaching out to people from those environments is massively important to you.
Yeah, and it's great for for myself. I know there's other guys at Will and Scott that put a lot of time, and yourself and everybody else put a lot of time, because it's important. It's important that young people have opportunities, whether that's through rugby, whether it's through the O2 Think Big programme, where we can say, look, we can help you with something. You might not want to go on and be a rugby player. You may need some digital skills that we can help you with, or we can get you into some employment, get that first foot on the career ladder. I believe everybody's got a gift. It doesn't have to be rugby. It can be art. It can be music. So many different talents out there, and it's just finding out what those talents are, because often in gangs and crowds you don't always see it. The great thing is with doing this, you get to rub shoulders with people. I come in, yes, I've done very well at rugby, but hey, I'm just another guy. That I've had my challenges, I've got my head down, and I've managed to do a few other things. This is great because I get the opportunity to sit with these guys, and they open up to me, and hopefully it inspires them, encourages them to go on and just get their head down, just try something. And it's so important though to go into these areas, to get young people who are unemployed, who are probably thinking, well, what can I do? And just sort of say, well, look, come in here, and let's do something. Just if you can have a good attitude in this, then you can take it into other things. You can take it back home, you can take it back into whatever environments you go into, and be positive.
Well, I know it makes a massive difference, and I know they all really appreciate it. So thank you so much for helping with School of Hard Knocks and with the O2 Think Big project. And it's been a pleasure to meet you, James.
Pleasure, my pleasure. Cheers.